How could I express all my gratitude? I can sing these songs as I often do, but every song must end, and you never do. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again, 'cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, I'm nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah.
All right, guys, welcome. I'm your host, Jamar, and you guys are tuning in live to Creative World Cup. Hope you guys enjoy what we have in session here with our creative guest. We have two special guests here today. One of them is not just a participant, but they're going to be co-hosting this live with me. She's all the way from the UK. She's not only a multifaceted, talented artist, but she's also an amazing individual. Her name is Swela. Then we also have our special guest all the way from India. His name is Devanshu. He is a photographer, and I can't wait to introduce them to you guys. So first, I'm gonna start off by introducing Devanshu and his work. So, guys,
Hey, hi guys. This is Devanshu this side, and I'm a passionate photographer from India. Please have a look at some of my work, which I want to submit for the Creators World Cup.
all right, that was Devanshu coming to you from India, showcasing his beautiful work to the world. He is a photographer, and he's showing his eye views through the lenses and showing us what he sees. Guys, this is Devanshu from India. Welcome. With all three of us so everybody could see who's here with us. Suela, say hi. They're seeing you. You're on.
Hi everyone.
I
How are you all doing? That was a really cool introduction, by the way. I loved it. I was watching it on my iPad. It looked amazing. That was so good.
Oh,
Thanks a lot.
geeking out.
Thanks a lot.
So Deva,
Yeah.
let's go with Deva. So Deva, tell us who you are, what you do. Let the audience know a little bit more about Deva. Yes, we love that.
So,
Sweet. I love it. The jack of all trades, and
yeah,
it's what was the end? Master of okay, yeah. Actually, you said the whole quote. The jack of all
Do you-
trades. Yeah.
there is actually a full completion to that, I have to say, because someone told
when it comes to hearing people that they just don't want to master themselves in one thing, because everybody is it's they're very boasty when it comes to saying that, oh, I'm just good at this and this is the only good thing I'm good at, when there's so much that you could create and be a master of, especially in this reality that we can co-create and coexist in, right?
100%.
Ooh, so you're definitely
Exactly.
speaking to the right
We
people.
Yes, I love it.
Remember that. But whenever I get recognition for my creative work, that stucks with me. So
Mm,
that's kind of the inner calling, you could say.
beautiful. I
I
mean,
love that.
properly, could I split your screen? Okay, main stereo. Okay, you're good to go.
Yeah, oh my gosh, Deva, I I absolutely love that. Like, I think you just captured like the trajectory that most people experience throughout like the duration of their life. Like as a child, you'll be so creative and just have so much energy and be full of life. And then the world is like, that's not going to get you paid. This is, that's not good for you. So you think, oh, what can I do then to get the bills paid? And then you just go a different way to what your inner child always wanted. And you just shown that full loop and you've come full circle with yourself because you just realized, oh my God, like no amount of money in the world is going to fill this hole, this void that I have, this desire that I have to create, to experience. I don't know, it's almost like the magnitude of God, because we
Mm,
were made, God created us, and now we want to create things, so yeah, I love that. I think that's what
yes,
life is all about.
he got the God vision.
You got the God vision, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So tell us,
thank you.
tell us, David. Talking about creativity. And she mentioned that creativity does come from the creator. He created, the first creation happened because the creator created, right? And
Yeah,
this is why Creative World Cup even came to be. Like I said, it was a vision where the Heavenly Father, he said, I gave my people creation, but the only people that I see getting the attention are those who are shaking it. If that makes sense, just to keep it polite here.
I see what you're saying.
you
I
know,
see what you're saying. Oh
like
my God.
he's saying, he literally said in the vision, I did not give them the talent, and the people I gave the talent are not being put where I'm told like they need to be put, because I gave
Mm-hmm.
them the talent so they can reach masses through their voices so they could see me through them.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. This is such an important
It does. It does.
conversation,
And this is
honestly.
so when you're a creator and you're a photographer and you're capturing the world through your lens, you're not you're capturing your God eye, the creation of the eye of God, like as his child, because people forget this. We are so distorted in our reality that we forget that we came from the creator. So our creation, our natural source of creation comes from that, right? So
Yeah.
Deva, when you're capturing, when you're doing your thing, how do you how do you focus this creativity into your eyes, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I think it just come naturally. As you already said, that it's like kind of God gifted me this ability to see the world from my point of view, and the creative side of me that gives me a perspective that this is what I should shoot.
Yeah.
I haven't learned photography, let me tell you. I have never learned professional photography and all. But I think it's whenever I see a landscape that should I gotta like naturally I kind of imagine that this is how I should shoot this and this is how it should be portrayed.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
that's beautiful. And I love the fact that you said that you didn't have to take a class. You just
You
picked up
just
your
got right
camera.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love honestly, I'm all for people who take initiatives. And that's what you did. You took initiative. And by taking initiative, this is how you're here today in Creator World Cup, being hosted through Creators World Media.
Yeah.
I want to ask,
Thanks a lot for that.
how did you two meet each other, or how did Dava's art? How did you come across Dava's artwork? I hope I'm not jumping ahead here.
No, no, go ahead. Deva,
No.
Deva, if you want to answer that, because I would like to know, how did you find us too?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I got a mail from Creative World Cup team that through Stanford, I have been participating in Stanford Creators back in last month. So from there, they saw my profile. They asked me if I want to participate, and I was like, yeah, definitely, I would like to.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
is
how I
right.
think it's all kind of destined. God has given us
Hey, hi
like kind
guys.
of being a catalyst. This Creative World Cup team is like a catalyst in my creative journey to give me a platform to like kind of give me a kick that I should pursue it further and in a better manner.
Oh, I love
I
that.
love that.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Sorry, Suela. Sorry to interrupt you
no,
on
you're
that
good.
one.
You're good. Oh my God.
um, I love that you said that because yes, most of the participants too, when the team was thinking like, hey, who are the people who are putting themselves out there? We did notice that people from stand stand for creators, they put themselves out there and they just decided to they didn't they, I saw that the incentive was good. By the way, shout out to Stanford Creators because their marketing is really good. They did a great job on how they
Yeah.
incentivized people, how they brought people together to like start creating for 30 days constantly. So I know the team did mention that they looked for. I just didn't know that it was that you were from there, Deva. That's beautiful. So you're constantly putting. So that just shows that you're constantly putting yourself out there. You're constantly doing the
Yeah.
works to to put yourself in the field that you want to create in. And there's something that you mentioned earlier, how you did not indoctrinate yourself. You did not allow the fear of having to go to school and like become a title, lawyer, doctor. And you said, I'd rather pursue my dreams, which it's scary at first, but when people do it, it's very it's rewarding at the end. And I believe that the people who are tuning into this Creative World Cup, being part of the network Creative World Media, that this was exactly for them, for the people who have been putting themselves out there, for the people who have been working on exposure, but because, like I said, they're not shaking it, they're not getting seen. We especially, I don't mean to get this deep with it, but
Get deep, get deep.
but
Yeah.
let's be real with gatekeepers that do things like, if you look at the Epstein situation, the reason that it even became such a trafficking movement was because gatekeepers will gatekeep real talent, look for desperate people who, you know what I'm saying? They will look for desperate
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people who want to put themselves out there, don't even have talent, but since they're giving it up and
They'll
being
do
trafficked,
anything,
they're doing
right?
anything. They can be trafficked, because that's we're going into a category. It's getting a deep conversation, but
Hmm.
we're going into the category where people are so desperate to be seen, and even if they don't have the talent, like like I said, there's people who have God-given talent, and I know for a fact, Swayla, and you are one of them. I've seen your work,
Oh,
Devon Shrew. I've seen
Means a lot, means a lot.
like when I look at the participants and I try to like understand a little more than what they're putting out there. For what I mean by that, like when she asked about your government, I was like, I see that he resonates with Deva, because that feels more personal. That feels more like it doesn't feel governmental. Does that make sense? It feels friendly. And when
Yeah.
I saw your work, what I realized is that you're capturing life.
mm,
Through your lens, you want to capture what you see around you. The people who, I'm pretty sure amazing people, and you want to show that same essence of amazingness that you see to the world when you're capturing them. So there's one footage that I use for your intro video that not for the one that we did on live, but for when you joined the World Cup. I actually edited yours and took my time to like see like to see like how does Devon feel, like what moves Devon. And I saw that friends move you, your friendships, your
Relations.
your relations, yeah, your musketeer, like I feel like you have like a certain people, because I saw your videos, and there's a few individuals that I feel like you're very, very like three musketeers type energy, and you guys are living life and you want to capture that. There was this scene of greenery where you guys are like sitting on a rock, right? And the way you captured that moment of you guys, I think at that point there was a fourth musketeer in that picture. But the way you capture the lighting, the background, the essence of brotherhood in that picture, you know, that's not something that conveys when just people take their phone and just take a picture and like, oh, we're here, we're vibing. You captured essence. When I saw your pictures, I saw that you captured essence, and there was one of an older man. Oh man, let me see if I could share. I could find it real quick. Give me one second.
yeah, I haven't actually seen any of your artwork yet, so I'm really excited to see this.
Uh, let me go to Instagram. Let me make sure I'm not putting this up. Oh yes, it is going on the live. Oh no, my fault. I used the wrong one. Everybody's seeing me. Google that. 1 second.
No, we can't see anything, by the way.
No, now you are the delay. No, but on the feed it did, because I used the output for that one. All right, let me see. 1 second. All right. Let's open up another one. J. Let's call it. All right. Now let me make sure that you guys don't see this. All right. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, you guys are still on.
Mhm.
Insta. Oh, all right, let's not leave some airtime hanging. That's the worst thing you could do while you're on the air. Stay quiet the whole time. All right, let me just turn it to. Oh, no thanks.
Yeah.
All right, guys,
When
go ahead.
when did you start with your photography, Deva? Like in what year?
Uh, I don't remember correctly,
Oh,
but
okay.
I think back in 2017 when I
Okay, so
was in
you've been
my,
doing this for a while now. You're about to
yeah,
hit
but
your decade run.
Yeah, but I haven't like kind of, as I told you, like do it in a professional way. It's I kind of like taking pictures, and I do that stuff for my
Mm.
loved ones, and for, yeah,
Can you
whenever I
define,
travel.
professional? Sorry to cut you off. Can you define what this professional mean? Because I want to get an understanding of like how you're framing this.
Well, I think professional, if someone pursue photography professionally, what I have seen, they like pay their bills through that. I haven't done that. Like, and secondly, I think professionally, I don't have that setup. Like, I haven't buy any professional camera, that full setup.
Mm,
That
okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I'm gonna disagree though, by the way, because I feel like
You sound
for
disagree.
me, professional is like the way that you feel. I know it's not the correct term if we're looking at it, but I feel like how it should be is if you have the passion, you've got the drive, and you have the love of something, in my eyes, and if you respect, I think that's what makes it. Respect is the word I'm looking for. When you respect the thing, for me, automatically you're a professional. Like, but I don't want to undermine people that have taken time to build their skill, because that is a part of professionalism as well. But I think for someone that's been doing this thing for 9 years, nearly 10, it shows your dedication, your respect. So for me, I look at you like a professional. But if you start saying
Thank you, thank you.
I'm not a professional, people are gonna be like, oh, okay.
No, I mean, I mean, in a way, I mean, like I haven't pursue it fully. Like I take it as a passion drive.
Mm,
Uh,
mhm, mhm, mhm,
yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Professionally, what I refer is someone who only dedicated whole time to that thing. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
But yeah, I have to look into my academics also.
Mhm,
Being in a Indian society, I need to be able to pay my bills by myself,
mhm.
and I
Mhm.
need, so
Yeah. What's
yeah.
it actually like for a photographer in an Indian society? That I'm actually curious because you mentioned Indian society now, so I'm like, oh, what's that like?
Yeah, I know. Me too. I was like, what?
Well,
I've heard a few things about how competitive it is in India, especially since, Bollywood is one of the things that people strive
Mm,
for, right?
mm,
hey, hi guys. Uh, here in India, I think from the society which I belong, it's we are in a middle class society. So I don't have like lot of wealthy. We are not that rich people. We don't have that kind of money that I should like kind of do anything. I don't need to worry about money. So in India, what society refers is like you should first get a stable job, then pursue your passion side by side, and
mm,
then but
So,
what I believe, and presently, currently, there are a lot of photographers in India. So currently the scenarios are changing. There are so many middle class boys who are boys and girls who are full getting full-time content creators. They are earning lot of amount. They are earning in millions, and they have a million views on their videos and all. So the narrative is kind of changing
mhm, mhm,
currently. Yeah, like if I want to, if I am my younger self in this day and age, then it would be easy for me to convince my parents and my family that I want to do it full time.
as a
But
career,
back in that time when I was in my still I'm still I'm young,
in your
but
teens.
back in that time, I think it's kind of typical to tell them that I should pursue it fully and leave my studies and all. So that's the kind of scenario. if I am
Mhm,
able
mhm.
to
Yeah.
give you a perspective.
No, so your perspective is very worldwide, honestly. It's not just, it's not just India with their middle class. There's middle class everywhere. And honestly, the middle class is the one that gets screwed over the most because they're the one who have to
Yeah.
pay the taxes for everybody. And then, the rich are not paying taxes. The middle class are paying taxes for the rich and the poor. So they're the ones who have the most stress, right?
That was deep. That was deep.
No, it's
Hey,
sorry,
hi
I don't
guys.
know why I keep on doing that, but it's the truth of society. Like the society that we live in,
Yeah.
it gives us pressure. It gives us a lot of pressure of, especially because they didn't see what's going on now. They didn't see the vision of how being an artist can get you food, can get you
Mhm.
paid. And this is why Creative World Cup even is building this platform, is because we want to show artists that you can, one, you don't need a studio, you don't need professional gear or all these things. You need to just two, show up for yourself. And three, what you need is vision. A
Mhm,
lot of
mhm.
people just say I want to do something, but they don't have the vision to execute it. And in America, we see, especially this is the where I live is the culture where people swear there's like gold all over the streets and people are just making it left and right. you know
Mhm, mhm,
that's not
mhm.
true. What we do have though is a lot of people who show up for themselves, people who are willing to
Absolutely.
take the risk. Because I see a lot of people, even in these days, they want the instant manifestation, the instant gratification. Like, hey, I showed up. Like now, that's it. That's all I had to do is show up. No, you
Mhm,
have to work. You have to put in the time. So back in the days, for like people who are like in their 60s now, 50s, this this way of making money, it's unheard of to them.
yeah, yeah.
It's unheard
Yeah.
of to your grandmother. If they're not in their 30s or maybe 40s, it's unheard of. They don't understand, and
Mhm,
this is why this platform is trying to teach people that you can monetize yourself. So there's a streamer named Wendy Ortiz. She made 5 million off of one stream. And now there's this platforms like Kick and Twitch who are giving artists and creators an opportunity to start growing, excuse me, with them. And their incentives are pretty good, if you ask me. If you see how you could take control and ownership of what you distribute. You can take control and ownership of what you're putting out in each platform. And this is why we are creating this network to show people that yeah, you can have a network, you can have fun with people, but you could also make money and not like have to like give 30, 10% or 5% to somebody who really didn't
mhm.
deserve it just because they just told you go over there and now you owe me
Yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we're in a society that we can take control of our own finances, our own monetization. And if you do it with a team, and this is why how the platform kind of like, if you guys like give me a second to break that down, you guys good with that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have to make sure
Definitely.
I'm respecting your time too,
No, of course.
Um, so when I see creators, the first thing I see is how creators get taken advantage of in so many ways. And what do I mean by that? One second. And what do I mean by that is some artists in India, if no, sorry, not India, in Ivory Coast, like if you're a dancer, you're not respected. But if you're a musician, you're respected. Musicians don't respect dancers. And I'm like, how is that
Oh,
even possible? Like you make music for dancers. Like that makes no sense. And
right.
Yeah.
there's artists, like for example, here in America, there's a lot of artists who get abused and trafficked. And it's just insane how it just becomes more of a trafficking culture than an artistic culture. And this is why I said when I had the vision where God was showing me, it's like he's showing me the shaking, like all the twerking and all these exposures, but what he's not seeing is the talent that he actually gave people.
Mhm, mhm.
And when and Suela, you actually mentioned this, right? um One of your people were like, "Is this a scam?"
Yeah,
Because life is
yeah.
just so unsteady like that. Like not everybody wants to give access. Not everybody wants to open the doors.
It's
But
true.
what is happening now, you can't stop it because, like I said, this is greater than us. This is bigger than us.
Mhm,
This is you already have the talent. You already have the God giving talent, and this is where you come, you show up, and you will start seeing the movement. You will start seeing the people engaging with you. And a lot of people already are telling me, like, even just by participating, I'm getting hit ups, I'm getting follows, I'm getting likes. It's because not only that you're just putting yourself out there, you're now looking like you're part of a community that is moving and growing.
Mhm.
So that's the
Mhm.
plan, right? And when I saw like all these participants now from all stages of the world, we're talking about dancers, poets, painters, creators. I said, Father, how are they gonna get paid? And he said, make sure that you teach him how to stream. I'm not joking. Because right now, streaming is a platform where if you're a photographer, I tell people you have to show people the behind the scene. People don't understand that. They just want to show the work. But, even Instagram is telling you, don't show yourself, don't show your work, show yourself working. Have y'all seen those
Mhm.
reels?
Mm,
And
yeah.
it's telling you that it's the world is already sick of seeing the product. They want to see the creator create, the people who have talent. They want to see them. And this is the platform where, you don't need to have 1,000 million or like 100,000 followers. A network like, if you are on Twitch, if there's 40 of us following you on Twitch and you're following each
Mhm.
other, you're immediately already on affiliate status. That means that you're already on your way to monetizing through your own account. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Mhm.
So when I see that artists don't get paid and they have like beautiful voices, they have amazing talents, but people rather pay like $10,000. No offense to Cardi B, um, and she's all right. She's all right. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't sugarcoat nothing just because it's the culture or whatever. But if you don't have if you don't have talent but you have good ass and good tits and you shaking it well, that's not talent. I'm sorry. You're not really giving nothing to the culture. You're not giving nothing back to the people. You're not even feeding the people good music. You're only doing succulent stuff.
Yeah.
So when now this is going back to our guest Deva. When you are creating, like, do you consider your audience? Do you consider what you're putting out there and what you're feeding the next person through your work?
Like I think first I would like whatever I post. First I take a look, like kind of what how should I feel if I got this on
Mm.
my feed. Uh,
Nice.
if I am feeling great, it's kind of attractive, then I would like to post it over my feed. If it doesn't satisfies my soul, then I kind of skip.
Mm.
Mm. Wait, did you say if the image that you've taken doesn't satisfy your own soul, you won't post it?
Yeah,
Wow, interesting.
No, that's deep.
like
Hey, hi
you
guys.
could see my draft. I have over hundreds of drafts over Instagram and different
Yeah.
editing apps, but they are in my drafts because I don't feel like to post them. I think
Wow.
they still need some work over them and some creativity, some great editing, and then if I like kind of get resonate with that stuff, then I think I should post that.
Mm.
So
It's
this
so
is
interesting to
you
see
could,
that playing out in someone else because obviously I'm a creative and artist as well. So
yeah,
the same thing that you're saying you feel, I feel that way as well. But I would tell myself just put it out there because you don't know how it's gonna make
Mm.
someone else
yeah,
feel. Like I might
Yes.
see
exactly,
your
exactly.
draft and think, oh my god, that picture right there just it might touch
Yeah,
me somewhere in my soul
like
that I never even.
yeah, yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but
No, no problem.
the friends of mine used to tell me that I have that syndrome, that perfection syndrome, that I
Perfectionism,
need
yeah,
to,
yeah.
Yeah. I
yeah.
call it
But
the
I
Beyonce
think
syndrome.
this is how it is, and I am working over that. So now if it satisfies my now when I post, if it satisfies my soul 80%, then also I post it.
Okay, that's a good compromise.
It's a great compromise. So I went from not
That's a good
posting like,
compromise.
okay, it doesn't have to satisfy me 100%,
100%.
but 80%, I'll take that. I'll take
Hey,
that.
do you know what? You've showed me something today. Thank you, because I'm gonna take that away as well, and I'm gonna say, if I feel it 80%, then fine. Because I'm a hypocrite as well, because I feel the exact same way as you. I have so many songs in my drafts that I just probably
Ooh.
might not release, and I'm like, I might just keep that there. But
Maybe she'll just even might release it to Creative World Cup and see where it goes with that. That's what this platform's about. Just release your craziest work. Here's the thing, guys. You know, for me, it's funny to hear the 10, the 80% because and I was just having this conversation yesterday with my homegirl Nemo and with my sister. Because Nemo and my sister are kind of like, and I like you guys. You guys are like the professionalists. You guys, if you guys don't feel like it's beautiful or like what you guys see in your head, you
yeah,
guys don't want to put it out there. But sometimes what you take maybe is not for you to, it's for somebody else to
somebody
feel.
else. Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
It's
hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta.
and if you never if you wait, hold on. I got you. Wait, I got myself. Wait. um
I love that.
no, when like I get that it has to please you, but here's the thing, and this is something that even Pastora Beatriz, shout out to her, she's from Dominican Republic and the work that she does. She said it like this: if it was up to what pleases me, nothing will be released. So, you know,
That's so
you
real.
understand what I'm saying? Like if it's up to like what pleases you, you're gonna be stuck never releasing
Yeah.
anything. And then another perspective that she took is like she goes to God. She goes like, God, does this please you? I don't care if it doesn't please me. If as long as it pleases you, that means it's gonna please the world. Because imagine if it pleases God, how can it not please the world? You know, I love that about her when she said that. I was like, oh, that's deep because she was talking about how she did the stage, right? She said how she um, made the stage blue and white because she asked God what are the colors that He prefers. Because if it was up to her, she would just have the whole stage black.
Hmm.
Like everything dark, everything black,
Yeah.
you know?
But
Go
you know
ahead.
what? Sorry to cut you off. No, let me let you finish. Actually, I'm not gonna cut you off. Go ahead. Finish
No,
what
no,
you're
it's all
about to
fine.
say.
You know, here's
No,
it's
no,
all
no.
good. You know,
Yeah.
and then she was like, but now just because it doesn't, again, going back to the point, because it doesn't satisfy your soul 100%, it can satisfy somebody's soul 100%. And what do I mean by that? Maybe somebody sees something in it that
Hmm.
speaks to their soul so deep that you didn't even know that that could happen to them just because it didn't
Yeah.
happen to you. Because maybe you didn't need it to reach that part of your soul. Does that make sense?
You guys are gonna make me start
Yeah,
releasing some
definitely.
music. Oh, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
releasing.
definitely you should.
Because, like maybe Deva,
Go for it. Go for it.
instead of going for the 80, maybe now you'll take it to the 50. If it 50%
Ooh.
pleases you, maybe that 50 that didn't please you, maybe will please the other 50% of the world that needs it, needs to see something. Because like I said, I wish I could share this screen. Well, hold on, let me see how I could do it. Give
Yeah,
me
you
one
probably
second.
can. Because I feel like we're not supposed to be
Yeah.
selfish. It's a God-given talent, isn't it? So
Yeah.
how dare we be selfish with something that was given to us?
Exactly. Like,
We're gatekeeping. We're
yes,
gatekeeping.
artists. This is what a lot of you artists don't understand, and I see it.
Yeah.
You guys gatekeep so much, but it's like you gatekeep your own self. Like you're not gatekeeping
Oh.
anything from the world that is seen. You guys are gatekeeping yourselves from the world. Like, and this is
Oh.
why a lot of content creators, they're like, you know what? I stopped gatekeep. They don't say it like this, but they say
Yeah,
it
yeah,
like in a
yeah.
way like I stopped gatekeeping myself to the point that now I release everything, even if I don't like it. I don't care because then there's that one person who hits me up. They'll be like, "This was meant for me." Like
Okay,
it
see, my
speaks to
concern
me.
with that is like like how do you know when to stop like sharing so much? Do you know what I mean? Because you could go down a rabbit hole spiral of then I'm now this completely open being, I share everything, people know my business, and it's like how do you set a limitation on how much
Mm.
you share? Because we could get to the 50, then the 30, then the 20, then zero, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna just give everything. How do you
So
stop yourself like
I would
from
stop
that again?
myself when I'm feeling drained.
Yeah, that's a good point.
the best my indicator to stop myself, I can only speak on my personal experience, is when I'm feeling like I'm not giving the best of me. Like if
When you
I'm
stop, okay.
like
I'm making notes, by the way, because this is a great conversation, so don't mind me.
Likewise, likewise.
Yeah.
no, um, look, for all creators out there, I understand that you're an artist and you're a perfectionist, but also there's something that possesses you, and it's called ego. Your ego is the thing that stops you. Like I've noticed that what stops artists the most is their ego. If they don't feel like it's shining on them, if it's hitting them, it's not gonna be published to the world. But again, Suela, you said this. You were given a gift not for yourself, not to please you, but to please the world. Like you were given a gift by the creator. The creator gave you that. For one, I'm gonna keep it real, and it's gonna get very raw here. When God gave you your gift, it was really meant to please Him. So when you sing, He says, "My child is singing to me." When He's singing, and what's better way, like, don't you like? And this comes from like we seek our parents' validation, right? Like if we want some, mommy, daddy, look at my picture, look at my song, and you want that validation, but
Yeah.
there's a bigger man. There's somebody with more power than our parents' validation, and that gives us world recognition. You see what I'm saying? So when we start going to our source creator for that recognition, then we can start moving at a frequency that no matter what we do is never going to be wrong. Does that make sense? Like no matter what you create cannot possibly be wrong because you got the confirmation from the source of it all. And that does take a level of faith. It does take a level of building your in new age they call it the shadow work, the ego death. You hear all this, it's the
Yeah.
same the same talk is the same speech in different forms. But as an artist, when you do eliminate the ego, and then say, look, I was given a talent. How I'm gonna use this talent to make an impact? Because here's the thing, and people fail to realize this. And Deva, and this is something that you mentioned earlier. You said that you're not a professional because you're not eating from it yet. But maybe because you didn't post the ones that you didn't like,
Hey,
didn't
hi,
eat.
guys.
Do you get what I'm saying? Maybe the ones that you said no to would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
the ones that gave you the food to eat.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It comes back to gatekeeping yourself, doesn't it? Like,
exactly. It goes back to gatekeeping yourself. So when you gatekeep yourself, you're already doing the work that universe are like. You know what I'm saying? There's already something that's always gonna try to stop us from doing what we are must do.
Yeah.
Like for example, Deva, when you first started, like you said, like, oh, when I was younger, being a photographer and asking our parents was not even an option. You said that, right? And you know how many people have said, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go live my dream. And then the parents are like, this is the rebel. This is the rebel. This is the problem child. And they actually, break through because the first gatekeepers that we have besides ourselves is our parents. And then our second gatekeepers is our community, the people who we grew up around. They're never gonna get pleased because it's and it goes, oh man, you guys are gonna love me but hate me so much because I'm a person
No,
who goes.
This is important,
me-
what you're about to say. Talk about the community gatekeeping, please, please.
Go ahead, Deva.
let me interrupt if you
Go
don't
ahead.
mind.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, my parents are like very supportive in some sort of sense, but I think this is on me that I have taken like they have advised me. They don't enforce me that you should pursue studies and all. They advised me that I should pursue study. I should keep that as a passion. And the second part, which you said, society, that's the main problem. I think that's the cause, that's the root problem.
Yeah, no, it's see, you were blessed.
Yeah.
Deva, great shout out to Deva's parents for being very supportive of him and saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, we support you," because not every parent does that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, yeah,
parents
yeah.
actually are the ones who stop their kids more, especially here in America. I see that a lot. It's a culture where
Okay.
parents are competing with their child, with their children for
Mm.
some reason,
Okay.
instead of like propelling them forward. And then
I
they
have a very different
yeah.
perspective for Americans.
Uh, uh,
I thought they were very supportive.
oh. Yeah, no, you wouldn't have the struggle stories if they were very supportive. Biggie would have not had a story to tell, and Tupac would have had a story to tell. No, actually, that's the wrong because they actually did have supportive. You know what? I'm.
No, but I
Yeah.
hear you.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
it's yeah, it's true though. I think what it is because a lot of people are living in survival mode. So no matter what country you're in, people don't have a regulated
Hmm.
nervous system.
No.
So they're going
Oh,
to be traumatized and they're going to pass that trauma on to their kids because they haven't learned how to regulate. And that's not something that being rich or poor can teach you.
no.
That's
Yeah.
It's a matter of the self and what you've been taught and modeled from your parents and your lineage. So yeah, honestly, it's probably just as bad there as it is over here and in the States,
So
you know.
yeah, so let me explain, right? So I wanna destroy, let me just say this. I'm gonna destroy an illusion of America because America has built quite the illusion of mom, dad. Um, yeah, no, if you're not Caucasian, that's not your field. And let me just tell you, there's a level of Caucasian that have it and a level that doesn't have it. And the level of Caucasian that doesn't have it, they're either called rednecks, like or trailer
Yeah, I know
trash. You know what I'm saying? Or white trash.
Yeah.
So it's so the way media has portrayed the United States, it's insane. Because one, we are the country that's supposed to supposedly around the world are supposed to be so advanced, but we're so not in hygiene, not in, and when I mean hygiene, I'm talking about like the streets in Asia are clean. When I'm talking about, you go to Japan, you go to some certain places, they Argentina, they take measurements to reinforce a standard society living way, right? And this goes for any country, because like if I go to Ghana and I remember seeing this, I was like, wait, why are we like still feels like in the 21st century that there's still not even roads? Just didn't make sense to me, but that's another subject. Going back to
Yeah.
the parent and the gatekeeping, um,
Hmm.
in America, a lot of parents, especially like there's been a divide and conquer when it comes to the family standard. So for the tinted people, for the colored people, for the one drop rule people, um, they made it a thing where your household, if you need help, you can get it, but as long as you don't have the father involved, or you're not married, or you're single. So now this has created like a division between marriage, right? Or between the male and female, where the household has a stability of both parents in it, and if they're both struggling, they could both struggle together. And then the culture believes that we could just ask our parents, hey, we want to go to Juilliard, or we want to go with this, and just things are going to happen. No, a
Hmm.
lot of American, especially like you said, middle class, they actually suffer the most because, like, again, they're middle class. They um they lack resources, but they live well enough. Like Andeva, I don't know if this is, you can,
Hey,
sorry,
I
you can answer this. In India, you said that you're like middle class, right? Like you're not rich, you're not poor,
Yeah.
but you're there. But because you're in the middle, it always feels like you're trying to grasp something that is not there, right? So then your parents have fell into like a default of safety, like go what's safe, the career. So if you want to
Yeah.
do arts
Exactly.
and you want to do something, that's fine as a hobby. They tell you like and that's fear.
Yeah.
That's fear. That's from a good place. That's a fear that I understand it because it comes from a good place. It's a fear that comes from like,
Yeah.
well, we live in a society that you have to be something to make something, and in our time, being an artist meant that you were poor, you were gonna die of hunger, like just starve, right? So out of concern, they support you and they tell you to do it as a hobby, right? That's fine. See, some parents here in America, they don't support you as a hobby. They don't support your endeavors as a musician, artist, or anything. And if you don't go the college route, or if you don't go the getting a degree route, it's like they start looking at you like you didn't do anything with yourself. And for men
Mm.
especially, it's very hard. Like, I always come down to the point of, like, I see that men in society have it very hard, because before they even develop their frontal lobe, that society is telling them that you are a man, you have to provide, you have to do these things. But mind you,
Yeah, exactly.
you haven't even you develop your frontal lobe like fully, you know. So when we're looking at men, like, even if they're 19, even 25, we're still, now that I'm 35, I understand this. It's like, and this is going through a journey. Like, I had a brother who passed away at 19, because he was being looked at the wrong way. Like, he was getting so much pressure from society of what he needed to be at 19, and he was just a child, right? So he wasn't even able to get a career or build a
Mhm.
future. Um, so the gatekeeping that happens in America, one, like I said, it's yourself. Your ego gatekeeps you. Then there's the gatekeeping of, like, if you're not moving in a certain network with like certain people and doing certain things or getting traffic, because honestly, like I said, it's not even about your talent anymore. Is if I could traffic you, is like the network is, if I could traffic you, then you mean something to me. If I can pimp you, you mean something to me. So again, this is why this platform was even brought up, because I'm sick of seeing people who are just getting traffic and then getting the $1 million, the views, the society,
Mhm.
when there are people like Suela, like yourself, uh, like Deva, who have talent, have passion, but also have morality. Because I'm pretty sure you
Mhm.
haven't made it to where you are because, you know, that creator morality that we have, that doesn't allow us to like put ourselves in a degrading matter just to make the dollar. Does that make sense?
No, it makes so much
Yeah,
sense. And there's a part of
definitely.
me that has like a split view of this. I completely agree with you, by the way, and I do have that morality. And sometimes I think, is my morality, is that holding me back? And
Mm-hmm.
then I think, is my morality just my ego trying to feel proud of itself, to say, oh, I don't do things like that,
No,
I'm better than
no.
that kind of person? But
Well, that's
I
the
think that's
ego, yeah.
because,
The better part. When
right,
you say the
I
better part,
think
yes.
you are telling my words. It's I am like kind of very much resonating what you're saying. Yeah,
no, exactly. And when Jay,
yeah,
when you was talking about people shaking their bodies and they get that attention, part of me now, I think, you know what? Good for you, because you God created us.
Mm-hmm.
We are a work of art. You know that your art is beautiful and you want to show it. Fine. Good for you.
But
Good
hold up,
for you.
that's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm a 50% agree on that one.
I'm just advocating for the devil here,
Yeah,
but
she's
you
like
know.
advocating for the shade.
No,
Right? Wait, no, listen to what I'm saying half of the time, because half of them, if they were their natural body, I would respect it. But half of that time they made that body. So it was not a God given body. So you went to pay to do your body. You went to do these things that are not enhance yourself, that is
take
not real.
steroids and all. Yeah,
Yeah, now create an image of unrealistic body measurements that doesn't put people at risk, because BBLs now, you know how many people have died under the knife? So I would
yeah,
agree with you if, there are beautiful women who have beautiful body, and you're talking to somebody who loves women, you know? So I know, but I'm also not blind to the fact that some women have used it as a weapon when you don't even like, for example, there's women who wouldn't even go to the gym, go get their body done, and now advocate like if they put in the work. Like, what is that showing? You see what I'm saying?
No, I
Now
get that.
they're
Yeah.
using the body that they bought to to monetize off of it. When there's, let me be real, there's beautiful women who actually have the body, have the thing. Why don't you put them out? Because they're not doing that, because people like with your moral, who has the body and has the moral, they wouldn't do it. You see the difference? Like the people you're talking about. Wait, something's there. What's tapping? Something's tapping. Hold on.
It's
Hey,
he's
hi.
eating crisps.
Dave, mute it.
No, because it killed me because he turned his
Sorry.
camera off, but we can still hear the
I know
crunching, so
he
it's
turned the camera off but
scary.
forgot to turn the mic.
Sorry,
It's all good.
my
No,
bad,
no,
my
no.
bad.
It's
That
fun.
was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm like,
that was
wait, what's the
hilarious.
march? Yeah.
No, because I
Actually,
saw him at
it's
first crunching. Sorry,
it's
Dave.
9 over here, and my like it's a dinner time
Oh,
Do you know
I'm
right
what?
now.
sorry.
Even me, Jay, I was
So
actually gonna say I'm gonna jump off for a bit and then come back later
Yeah,
to
no
do
problem.
my one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not.
because
And
I'm.
actually, we have to go. We have to go because I have to start setting up. It's already about to be one thing. But guys, let's focus on one thing. I did want to enter that.
Yeah,
Suela,
sure.
as artists, let me see if I could put the three. 1 second, so we could all show in the same.
Perfect.
Let me align it.
This has been really great. It turned into a podcast rather than an interview.
yeah,
Yeah,
We should do
exactly.
this. We should do this more.
It's like a philosophical podcast kind of
Yes,
a thing.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that. I didn't catch that. It's a what?
he said it was a philosophical podcast.
Oh yes, I love it.
That
Honestly,
is so my vibe.
I
love
never know how these podcasts are gonna turn. Because everybody is like some shy sometimes. Like I said, that like the one with Ivory Coast, he was so shy in the interview.
that. Maybe you needed like a mediator because I feel like
I feel like yes. I think I'm gonna have to start
Yeah.
calling you Suela. I'm like let's see. Hold on. Am I doing this right? Wait, guys, bear with me because I'm trying to learn this.
no,
as I
that's
record
fine.
with you
So
guys.
on Wednesday, by the way, I'm available on Wednesday to help because I'm not working that day, so we can do more of these. I don't know if you're streaming on Wednesday or anything like
I
that.
mean, I can
So
stream at any point now.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
so we can carry this on and yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
good.
Let me see how it looks on the grid.
Give me
I
a
can
high
have
five, Swella, over
pardon?
Instagram.
Yeah, I
Uh,
will do. Hold on.
yeah.
I will do. I was going through all of the people.
Oh, great.
It looks so good, by the way, Jay. You've done a fantastic. Can we just have a moment? Give Jay some round of applause because you've worked
Yeah.
so hard. The
Thank you.
content looks
for that.
incredible.
I got
like,
you. You
yeah,
said a
go
round of
on. You
applause.
got
Let me
it.
learn. I'm learning how to use this dang thing.
And definitely, you have a very pure kind of a soul and a pure intention behind this. I think, yeah, that's all what matters at the end.
I mean, I highly appreciate. You know, Suela knows that I'm very I don't know how to take compliments. I'm learning.
Learn.
She's like, get your flowers, girl. Get your flowers. Oh, wait, I left that on the thing. It's thank you guys. Again, all of this is even possible because you guys are showing up. And I said this to Suela earlier. Like the only reason this is even being able to be showcased and put out there is because you guys are showing up for yourself. Anybody like the platform can be there. You know, everybody can create a platform, but imagine an empty platform. It's like a stadium that has, only. This is funny because it just reminded me of what 50 Cent did to who did he did it with? I think it was Cameron. Like he bought out all the front row of his concert so nobody could be there. He's like, well, if you're an artist, well, you're gonna perform. There's nobody in your front row, right? So
It's like God and worshippers kind of relation. If
sorry.
there are no worshippers, there is no God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works both ways. It does.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
never,
Like if there's no followers, there's
There's
no
a
religion.
there's a quote in Hindi, if I may quote that,
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
बिन भक्त के भगवान नहीं होता. मतलब it's like without a pure devotee or worshipper, there will be no God because it's all in us. God lives in all our souls. Yeah.
I completely agree with that. Did you say that was Hindi?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Hindi. I believe it's
Yeah.
called it's religion, right? Hindi is a religion. Yeah.
No, Hindi is a language. Hindi is a language. Hindu is a religion.
Okay, sorry. My
Yeah.
bad. Wow, guys, this was such a beautiful. Wait, let me put you back, Deva, so like, people can see you. Okay. This was such a beautiful interview with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are completely amazing individuals, amazing in your own rights and your own talent, and I can't wait for the world to discover you guys because again, And I have I said, hold on, I said, hello, boy. Oh man, I don't read French. Where's my French guy? All right, guys.
I
So,
can read French. I can read French
oh, but how can I show it to you? Okay, because it's in the kick chat. Okay.
in the kick
I
chat.
could also read a bit of it.
Hey, I love that.
So I don't read French, but parle le français un peu.
Oui, je
That
parle un
was
petit peu
too
de
fast.
français aussi.
Ooh, oui.
Oui, je parle un petit peu parce que ma famille, ils
Mm.
habitent à Paris. So, yeah.
Oh, oui.
Oui.
Très bien, très
Oui.
bien.
Yeah. Merci.
And the last one that I learned was
I know only few words like bonjour,
Okay.
je m'appelle Devanshu. That's
Okay, nice.
je m'appelle,
Yeah.
j'ai mon. The one that I learned recently because of the Ivory Coast is c'est de quoi, Magua? What's going on, my guy?
Okay, I could have guessed that, but that sounds very slangy, like colloquial. Yeah.
I'm learning the colloquial slang
I
of
like
French.
that.
Oh,
I like
like-
that.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Dave, I gave you a follow on Instagram. It was so nice to meet you and
Same.
connect with you.
By the way, we already ended the stream. We're just talking at this point.
Yeah,
when you guys
nice,
said
nice.
that.
Okay.
It was so beautiful having you guys on.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Thank
put
you,
It
this-
was
Jay.
lovely
This was
talking to
spontaneous
both
for
of
me.
you.
Yeah, definitely. I loved it.
It
This was more
was-
than I expected. I was like, okay, sure, I'll do it.
I didn't know it's more than I expected because I was like, oh, we're gonna have like me and Suela were just setting up, right? Hold on, let me put you in the thing so you could be seen, Suela. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Me and Suela were just setting up. Sorry, I forgot I moved from this. Me and Suela were just setting up, and then usually for people to join, you see how the other person had to ding in, like ding dong,
Yeah,
right? And they had to like come in. It was so divine alignment that this happened because Deva, you just joined in. I didn't accept you. I didn't even know you were hopping in. You just popped in, even though I sent you the invite. Don't get me wrong, but usually for me to like once I have one guest, it has to wait for the other invite to get in so the other guest can come on, right? And when I saw, I was like, okay, what's happening? And I'm like, if they allow this, we could flow. And
Yeah, we could flow
and
with
the
it,
minute
yeah.
that Suela's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
could flow, I was like, yeah, boy.
Yes.
I was all for
Sometimes
it.
when you don't overthink something, or if you don't, sometimes when you don't know something's going to happen, that's probably the best because you don't have time to think. You just go with your instinct. But guys, I want to play a little game with you really quickly before I go.
Okay,
So I have
this is
have
off
some
of
cards here.
this is off of Instagram, but this is still on Twitch and other platforms.
Okay,
by the way,
cool,
just so you
that's
know.
fine.
Okay, go ahead.
I've got some affirmation cards here. So you guys are gonna pick a card, and it's gonna be for you. This is what you need. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see how I'm gonna
Okay.
do this. So we'll number them like 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5. So pick a number and then tell me.
I picked 3.
Okay. What about
I
you,
picked
Dave?
5.
Okay, cool.
Good numbers.
Okay, cool. So let's go with you first, Jay. This was your cards. It said, inspire others by doing what inspires you. That's for you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and then
That's
Dave,
amazing.
this one's for you. It says, choose love.
That's beautiful. He does.
And for some reason, I feel like this is really good for you because I heard you say that you kind of decided to focus on academic things and maybe you closed yourself off to certain things. So this one is saying
choose love.
Yeah.
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 But he looks, honestly, I don't, there's a word in Spanish, it's called romántico empedernido. He looks like a romantic. He looks like somebody who goes, be like, ladies, reads them a poem, like, ladies, I got this one for you.
Yeah.
And then
You
gives
know
him the
what? You
smile.
should start writing poems. Start writing poems because he's very philosophical.
He is.
Deva, he started with a quote.
Mm-hmm.
He started with a quote.
I
Come
give it to the culture though, because every time I speak with India, they give me. I'm like, are y'all all philosophical?
Yeah, it's
like, do you
like
guys
they're all
all
gurus.
take a guru
All of
class?
them are gurus,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm like, do you guys all go to the same guru class?
See, that's our stereotype of like Indians, if we must say. You guys have a stereotype of Americans.
Yeah.
That's my stereotype for you guys, that you're all enlightened guru beings that do yoga and meditate.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I loved it. And I can't wait.
I
Honestly,
think you both need to come to India.
I was just about to
The-
say
my
that.
gosh, I
I
would
was just
love
about to
to.
say that.
I'll host a trip
I-
for both of you.
Let me show you this.
By the way,
It's an
Ooh.
Oh,
elephant.
great.
Mm-hmm. Oh
That's
wow.
how
That's
much I
great.
love it.
You know what my name signifies?
Mm-mm.
Uh, uh, it's a Ganesh.
Okay. Oh, the
The
elephant.
Yeah,
elephant.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
your name means
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's why, and then that goes with Deva, right? Deva is the Lord.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why I like that. 'Cause I know
yeah.
Deva means Lord, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that. That's why it resonates. I'm like Deva really resonates.
Yeah.
Like, and then this is how I know it's very Deva divine
Yes.
alignment.
Mhm.
Like I
Mhm.
see it. I see it. Like people. Okay, so I got a confession. Everybody who's gonna join this platform, they're not gonna just join because they're artists or anything. No, they're gonna join because they're moved by the same creator that we're moved by. Right? Not everybody's
Okay.
not everybody's moved by the same creation. Not everybody's moved by the same
Yeah.
energy or frequency. So a lot of the participants, and I see it in you guys. You guys are very, doesn't matter where spiritual realm or religion you guys come from, because to me, there's only one creator. You guys can divide them, you guys can create his name in different ways. But to me, there's
Yeah.
only one creator. There's only one energy that is so powerful that doesn't need an identity. It doesn't need a gender. It doesn't need any of that.
Mhm.
Um, so whoever you resonate with, as long as it's not the other side, you know, as long as you're in the, because I always say there's this side and then there's that side.
But you know, oh my God, I'm sorry. I met somebody yesterday and it just came to me
Mm.
like what she said. So I was out yesterday at an event. I was DJing there, but anyways, it was my friend's
Mhm.
birthday. So the
Happy
girl that I
birthday.
met in the smoking area, she said, I can tell you're very good. And I said, you seem like a lovely person too. And she said, no, I'm comfortable. I make bad choices and I'm okay with that. That's my path to
Mm.
make bad choices. And it blew my mind because I thought everything is about balance. Everyone can't just be good.
I
There
mean,
has
there's no
to
such
exist
thing.
the polar opposite of that. And there's an author called Gurdjieff. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but
Mm.
he talks about the fourth way. So normally people talk about enlightenment and certain things, but he says no, then there's another way
Mhm.
where you just live your life and you make mistakes and you do bad things and you learn that way, and it's not a bad thing to do that.
I see
So yeah.
that. I see
Yeah.
that thoroughly. To me, I kind of learned that there's no like, and this is gonna sound crazy, right? But there's no such thing as good or bad. But there is bad. Don't get me wrong. There is bad. Let me, so I could explain what I'm about to say. What I mean that there's no such thing as good, because even when you have the best of intentions, if somebody ruins it, your ego will be like, "Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? So there's not, to
Yeah.
me, there's morality. There is choices. You can make a choice
Mm.
that leads to positivity, that leads to better things, or you can make a choice that leads to you taking yourself into the wrong direction. I'm not talking about just like, it's like negativity pits. And and mind you, I've met people who are multimillionaires, and they'd be like, and they're like they're like, Jay, but you live more richer than me. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't focus on what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been personally blessed to be a person with family ties in, like, from the poverty all the way to like like very very influential status. And I'm comfortable being in the in between of the understanding if I don't need all that and I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be poor either, you know. And what I build, so every religion uses this philosophy, and it comes from the creator. As long as you do, the reward comes. So this is why I tell people, put yourself out there,
Yeah.
right? Do make moves with intention.
Mm-hmm.
When you're moving from this space, right, is the heart space, which is the real brain, the one that really, excuse me, the one that
Mm-hmm.
really thinks, because the word in Hebrew brain, means heart, right? If you
Oh,
translate,
interesting.
yeah, like when I learned that the actual brain is not the one that science tell us it is, but the one that God tells us it is, and is this is
Yeah.
our heart. Like when you really make your first thought, you don't make it here, you make it with your intuition first, right? You make
Yeah,
it,
I thought that was here, to
Yeah.
be fair. I
to be
thought that was
fair,
our gut. Yeah.
that's another layer. Like the intuition of gut is a different type of it. It's
I feel like it travels.
yes,
Oh,
when you feel it, when
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel it from your stomach, that is God truly warning you. Like, like it's like his way of like get out of there, or like pushes you. But when you have like thoughts, when you have sentiments towards something, it's more powerful, right?
Mm.
So, um, when what's the best way I could put this? So when people tell me, "Oh, I'm a good person," I'd be like, I mean, it's already written that there's no one good but the one who made things good, right? So when I hear that, and it's like, I could believe you have great intentions. I could believe that you have the best of intentions in the world. But that intention can go only as far as where your ego allows it to go.
100%.
So that's
And they
why
say the path to hell
Exactly.
is paved with good intentions.
yes, because all your because people who swear that they live by good intentions are the ones that the minute because they lived and they have that belief of that good intentions are the ones who get insulted the fastest. And the way the enemy gets to you the fastest is through insult. Like if you're having a great day, if you're having a great day and somebody just comes and does something that offends you, that's it. And it actually offended you, the enemy took your day, right? Because offense and ego is how the enemy traps us, right? So this is why I say with artists, because I've dealt with you've seen me. I don't know if you ever saw how many artists I dealt with back in the days, right? I dealt with all types of artists from
Yeah, you did. You had massive rooms. I was even going to say, David, do you know that Jay used to run like meditation rooms on Clubhouse? Like literally, that's how
Oh,
I first came across like
so,
your stuff.
so
Like,
this is when I'm talking. I talk through testimony.
great.
I don't talk through just like observation. I talk through testimonies, things that I've done, even through that Clubhouse, like through opening rooms and portals and channels that I didn't even know. Where I was just thinking, hey, if this is what you do, I respect it, and I'll allow it to happen. But because I respected it and allow it to happen, I also left an open door for things to happen to me, right? And what do I mean by that? This is why there's like, again, I'm gonna go back to referencing scripture. There's a part in scripture that states, when you're gonna go into that town, hi, yeah, no, go ahead. All right. So when there's a part in scripture that states, oh man, he threw me off. Where was I? Okay.
No worries, no
No.
worries.
Anyways, going just to understand it, it's we are at.
So what's
Go ahead.
if I may ask, mm, as Swala shared that you do that meditation and all of that stuff.
That's where I
Yeah,
was. Yes, thank you.
yeah.
So I used to do okay. So I personally I didn't grow up with any type of religious background at all. Like I grew up in the wilderness, like what the scripture calls wilderness. Like every type of debauchery, horrors, everything, and drugs, everything around you. Yeah, anything that you can imagine that you could think you could see, I've witnessed it in real time. Right? Like people say you could turn your life into a movie. I was like, eh. And when I was talking about the portal. So
yes.
when I started tapping into divination, allowing people who do divinations to like just be, I was just it's a creative. I said collective consciousness. If you have an expansive consciousness, just bring it. But that was dangerous because those doors that I opened without realizing led to consequences. Because again, remember I told you, Suela, in our last conversation,
Yeah, about going to Ghana and stuff, certain things. Yeah.
trespassing consciously or unconsciously, things will happen. So
Right.
by me
See, this
allowing,
is scary. Oh my God. Because
no,
how do you protect yourself against this? Like,
well, again, you protect yourself with prayers. Just root it in your faith. So because I wasn't a part of religion, doesn't mean it doesn't give me a plea of ignorance that there is a universal law out there. You know what I'm saying? So if the universal law says do not trespass and I'm trespassing, guess what? I'm gonna pay the consequences, And even if I'm
दो
allowing
2 मिनट
somebody to
आते हैं.
trespass, it's gonna be resonate. It's gonna vibrate into my dimension. However you want to call it. So
is there scripture on this? I'm so sorry. I just want to make a note
yeah,
before we move away
I,
from this. Like, is
right
there
now I don't
something
have
that
the verse. I don't have the exact verse, but it's like this. When God sends the Israelites to go to war against the Maccabees. No, that's the Maccabee war. Yeah. He tells them, do not go and get anything. Like you're gonna ransack the town, but you will not touch anything. You will not take anything with you. One of the people, they were as long as they were obedient, they went, they did, they were winning, they were victorious. The minute that one of them decided to pick up an object from the other camp that was told not to do so, they lost the war the next time because they brought in a tainted object.
Okay, right.
because you don't know
Okay.
where like and
Yes.
again, this is why and now that we're in a multi-dimensional cultural background, but back in the day there was a big emphasis on not doing that because it started with Canaan. You know, it goes all the way back to the scripture of Canaan when after he killed Abel, he went separated, right? After he separated, he took one of his sisters and created his city, the Canaan city, right? And they will like do things that will go against creation. Like they will do unnatural things and so then the
Can
Abel
I
go
just,
ahead.
sorry, ask you a question? You know, when you said they would do unnatural things, for something to be unnatural, that means it wouldn't be able to occur, really. Like,
No,
on
because
its I
the
don't
the
know, like,
creator
what
gave
do you
us
mean?
choice. So everything is
Okay.
gonna occur. It's your choice to do it or
So
not.
isn't it natural then if everything can occur? Isn't that natural? Like, for example, like anger is something that can occur. So for me, it's natural to
Yeah,
be angry,
now it's
right?
natural. So here's the thing: just because it's natural now doesn't mean it was supposed to be natural. Does that make sense? It's like when something just becomes
Yeah.
so. For example, homosexuality was not accepted, but now it's accepted. But
But when did it stop being accepted? Because think about it, from the trajectory of the entire existence of humanity, perhaps there was a period of time where
homosexuality has been
it
from the
was
beginning.
accepted.
No, there was
No,
never. That was
but
that's
wait,
why in
Hey,
scripture Babylon came
uh,
down.
but see, this is the
sorry to
thing.
Go ahead,
interrupt
go
Go
you
on,
ahead,
both.
go
go on,
ahead,
Deva.
Hello.
Go on.
go ahead,
Yeah.
Deva.
Actually, my friends are waiting for me for the
Oh, okay,
dinner.
sure, no
So
problem.
No,
Yeah,
go
no
ahead, go
can
problem.
I
ahead. Good
can I
Yeah,
night.
of
can I
course.
leave?
Even to be fair, even me,
Okay.
I need to run off as
Yes,
well.
yes, go ahead. No, we were supposed to leave again a while ago, but it's just
Yeah,
started
go on.
getting deeper, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, Deva. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you, Deva.
Nice
By
to
the way,
meet
we'll
you.
continue this conversation. Yeah,
Yeah,
same
for
here,
sure.
same
I
here.
really have
Take
to give
care.
It
you
was
your
lovely
actual
meeting you
interview.
both.
Bye.
All right.
And
Bye.
I'm
Bye.
and I'm manifesting that we all will meet someday personally,
Oh, we
uh,
will.
Yes,
Oh,
we
in
will.
ask
London or in
Swayla.
India, wherever.
Ask
I
Swayla.
think
When
in
I said
India. I want to meet in
we're gonna meet
India.
in India, but we could meet anywhere in the world. Ask Swayla. If I say we're gonna do it, I go.
We'll do
I
it. Yeah,
go. Even during a pandemic, even though when the whole world was shut, I made it to my way to London, Ghana, and
that's
other
it.
places because there's nothing that stops me when I said I'm gonna do it. So just know we're
That's
going
it.
to India.
Yeah.
Me and Swayla are gonna pop just like I popped up on Swayla in London. Me and Swayla are not gonna pop up on you on
We're coming
India.
to India. I
Yes.
want to wear. I want to wear a
Yeah,
sari. I
definitely.
want to see the elephant. I want to do it all.
Blessed
Okay.
day. Have a great day, Deva. It
Bye,
was a
Deva.
pleasure.
I'll show you by myself. I'll show you by myself.
He's gonna
Yeah.
tour us. He says he's gonna show us the round. Guys, if you guys are still here from Kick, yes, we still have audience from Kick and Twitch coming
Oh, really?
through.
Okay, cool.
Yes, we're still the
All right.
Kick we have
Okay, guys. Bye. Lovely
bye.
Bye,
meeting you both.
Deva. Nice to meet you
Guys,
too.
that was
Bye.
Devan Shu. He is a photographer and participant from Creative World Cup, brought to you by Creatives World Media. Thank you, Deva, for tuning in. It was an amazing conversation. Hopefully we can have
Peace,
another one.
peace.
Bye.
Wow, you're really good. You really brought that right back in because we went, oh, on a tangent. We did. That was really cool. I love that.
It really, you guys were amazing, honestly. And
No,
thank
but
you. You were so natural. Well, you do this all the time,
girl,
right?
I do, to be fair. Yeah.
To be fair.
But it's still like, it can get nerve-wracking sometimes. But I just don't even think that. I just think I'm just talking to you guys and that's fine.
Yeah, no, honestly, it flowed like a natural conversation instead of like an
Yeah.
interview.
But I want to pull you up on that gay comment though, because honestly, I really feel like before religion was introduced, because religion, let's face it, is something that was introduced. Jesus himself wasn't a Christian. He wasn't
No.
Catholic. He was a Jew. But they started.
No,
the,
he was not a
the
Jew. He
Christian
was
church.
an Israel. He was an Israelite. That's so Jew is just like it's not his identity. That's not his identity.
No, it was his religion.
Yes.
That's what,
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
Yes.
saying. So he wasn't a Christian, but
No.
Christianity came after him. So Saint Peter obviously started his first church, right?
It was because of Constantine that all this happened.
Pardon?
It was all because of Constantine. Do you know who
Oh,
Constantine is?
I don't know who Constantine is.
He's the one who
but,
created the division of the church's Christianity and then how we have Orthodox and how we have Greek and stuff like that.
Okay, so he then separated what Saint Peter had constructed in terms of that first church
Yeah. So
of Jesus Christ.
So the Luther, do you know the Lutheran? I don't know how to say that right. The Luther, Martin. Okay, so you know how, his name is not. You know how Michael changed his name to Martin Luther King?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. Okay. Little Michael changed his name to Martin Luther King in behalf of the Lutheran churches, right? So it's Martin Luther. He was actually a priest or monk. I forgot how you call that on that time. Whatever. He was a monk who saw that the churches were charging for repentance. You know.
Okay.
So he was like, "This is not right." Like he went above based off his morality, and this is how we have today's also churches. So, you know who you will really love to watch, and I know you will appreciate this, and you will go on a deep dive. But he's also a human being, so don't take everything he says like.
Of
for
course,
granted.
I never do, anyways. But yeah.
Yeah. So his name is called Truth Untold
Truth Untold. Why do I feel like I've heard of that?
because he's been
before?
around, and he explains this better than I do. But
Okay.
so people could understand, right? I remember I told you how in every aspect of creation, of even religion, the 5 books are like they're sacred. There's nobody who can
Yeah.
change what happened with those 5 books. The only time it changes is when the belief of who Cristo is, who the Messiah is, it all comes to play, and that's when things happen, right? So Yeshua came as a Jew. He was an Israel. Like his lineage, like you say how you were saying, like, oh, I'm from. By the way, what is your nationality besides being from the UK? Like, what's your background heritage?
It's Guinea-Bissau and Portugal.
Oh, you're Portuguese.
Yeah.
Oi, oi.
Oi, tudo bem?
Tudo bem? Fala tu português.
Falas português um pouco. Yeah.
It's almost like Spanish.
Pouquito.
Un poquito. But it has like different like oi.
Wait, that's more Brazilian.
Brazilian,
They're very
yeah.
much like, oi, tudo bem?
Tudo
They
bem?
did.
Vamos lá, favela.
Yeah, vamos na favela. Eles gostam de cantar quando estão falando.
Yes.
Assim.
So-
Literally.
So okay. So with that, like, all right, we're going deep into this conversation. You still have time?
Yeah. I actually don't, and I was literally gonna say I need to go and have my dinner and literally
Okay,
sit
go
with my
have
mom.
your dinner. Have
But-
your dinner.
I know we will. I know we're gonna wrap this up when we'll catch it like another time. But now that I know we're doing this, like we're doing it. Do you
We're
know what I
doing
mean? We're doing it.
What-
And the better my setup gets, like look, you see the way you've got your microphone podcast set up as well. I need to have my good setup, and I just want it to.
Takes time.
I want it to be great.
You-
And you know what? There was something you mentioned at the start of the call when I was making my tea. You said that no one showed up to one of the somethings.
On
and you said,
Wednesday.
oh, but you had a professional studio set up. And I thought, look at that. Like when we think we have the right setup and the time is right, that's when we're gonna get shown that there's no right time, there's no right setup.
No, that's why I'm just carrying my setup with me. If people say I'm setting up wherever and we're just doing it. Like I don't care
Love
if we're
that.
outside, I don't care what we're doing. As long as I get an extension cord, Wi-Fi, we're
Love
doing
that.
this. Because yes, we like literally I booked the studios because sometimes you have to book the time. You just can't just pop up just because you're part of the studio. You know, there's people who already have the session, right? And I booked it for 8:00 in the morning till 10. And all I ended up doing was content for myself, like honestly, like because nobody showed like they were supposed to, and they were like, "Oh, I'll be right there," and then their time, and then by 10 I had to go somewhere else, and I had the backdrop, that everything ready, and true, and same thing for even when I started this project, people were not coming up, like they were like signups were like 30 signups, and then when the actual event happened, people were like maybe like 5-6 people would show up. But
Do
those
you know
are-
what? I think it was also a little bit unclear because I wasn't sure. You know, the first ever day that this launched, I wasn't sure. Was that the launch? What time kind of was things happening?
I did that on purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Because when
fair
people
enough.
don't see, so if people don't see time and they don't understand, they don't feel urgency to move.
Mm.
You see the difference when you, since you didn't know, you were like, wait, let me do it.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It's I had to learn how to be a little psychological with people. So right now I am learning how to be nanny, how to, like
No,
be
I
on
hear
top
you.
of people, and put my it's putting. In this job, like I said, you have to put your ego aside a lot
You do.
because people will disappoint you, and you
It's
can't
true.
say "fuck that." No, you say, "Okay, that's fine."
Yeah.
So today they didn't show up, but tomorrow they will.
They
And
will,
when
yeah.
they show up, it's fine. That's when you keep on telling them, I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. You know, everything you say,
And
I keep on saying it's fine.
the caveat to all of that is having people around that respect you and what you're doing. And that's, I think for me, that's another reason why I showed up, because like I could make excuses to not show up for myself, but when I think someone else is actually counting on my participation, and I respect what they're doing and I respect what they've got going on, I respect Jamar so much. So I'm
Oh,
like,
thank you.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna show up. Like I have to. Yeah,
No, I appreciate
definitely.
that. And I'm talking about, and it was, but the beginning I'm talking about was not even the beginning of this.
Hmm.
But the time frame thing, yes, that was super on
Yeah.
purpose,
Okay.
because I
Cool.
was like, what happened was this was actually a project that was supposed to launch for the around the Olympics, not around FIFA. It was not supposed to be. It was supposed to be a competition that surrounded the Olympics because, but then I did the measurements and the metrics. FIFA has the more audience. Like anything that you do around FIFA, you'll get audience. Like it's 8 billion people in the world, 8 million people who are 800 million people who are tuned in to FIFA, and that's one of the biggest world culture events. And so I was like,
No,
you know what?
it makes sense strategically and from a marketing
Yeah.
perspective, and
So
you're
some
doing it well.
so something that I was supposed to launch in 3 years,
Mhm.
you know, it had to launch within months now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and it started in
No, I get
it
you.
started in November with Creative Zone Jay-Z, where like I said, I wanted to give access to the local people who I see, like honestly, people think America is not poverty. No, there's poverty everywhere, man.
I believe that. I believe
It just doesn't look like poverty because they make these cheap ass buildings look nice, and then say live, we charging $3,000. There's people who are only literally living to pay rent and eat, and they're not living to live, right?
No, that's terrible.
So when I put this together, I was like, there's artists who right now they're not gonna spend $800 on a camera. They're not gonna spend a
No.
thousand dollars on equipment. So I have certain equipments. I still had to invest a few, but I also really understood the, like I said, the lack of real talent being seen and having a platform that, oh, unless you have like millions of followers, they don't want you on. And no, I want you to be the person with the 10 followers, because 3 months from now you will have that million follow because you put yourself out there.
Yeah, and you keep consistent and you
It's
stay on it.
and it's strategy too. Like for example, I have mad people in India who have accounts like with 40,000 followers, like 50, 100,000 followers, but they're like nobody and they cannot even really make anything from it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago that the numbers are not the ones that move. So just to give an example, there's an artist who has almost 250,000 followers on Instagram. I don't know if you see him. He's the painter.
No, I haven't. I
Maka.
haven't checked everybody out yet. So
Check
I'm
him out. He's a
still.
painter
Yeah.
from Senegal. He has quarter of a
Nice.
million
Oh,
followers.
okay. I think I have seen some of his posts. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So here's the thing. He has a quarter of a million followers, but his metrics are very low compared to somebody who only has, literally this girl has like maybe less than 1,000 followers, and her metrics are killing it on the scene. This guy from Ethiopia, he only has 1,000 followers. He's killing it on the scene. Like he is really. Another guy from India, he's a AI digital creator, and his audience are showing up strong. Ethiopia, their audience are showing up strong, and they're literally nobodies to the world, but their audience are showing up strong. And this is what I mean. You can literally have 1 million people, but if your audience aren't showing up strong for you,
No, that's it.
that's
Literally, it
it.
doesn't make a difference. If you've got 500 loyal followers who like every post, comment, interact, it's better than having 10,000 followers where only 1,000 of them are
Literally, I seen
interacting with
posts
you.
where people have. So for example, so this is a good example. I'm not gonna name her name, but she's a hood comedian who has already who's in the come up, who has around 100,000 followers. I did a promotion with her, and her views on our post was only 2,000, and the likes were like maybe reaching 100. Mind you, a post with somebody with 1,000 followers, not even. She's a poet, by the way. Khalida Wright. Doesn't have not even thousands of followers like that, but she literally became the spotlight #1 this week because they came so strong for her. She
I
literally
see.
her
Yeah.
her metrics compared to the promo metrics that I have with somebody with almost 100,000 followers. Not almost, she already has 100,000 followers. But
Did you say it was Nikita?
no, not Nikita. It's Khalira White, the other poet. So that too, if you know poets in the UK who wants to like just come, just do a poem session, like kind of like we were doing in Clubhouse?
Possibly, I would have to reach out to them. But this, do you know what? This poet in particular that I'm thinking about, she, once I wanted her to come and perform at an event, and she wanted to get paid for it. So I don't know if she's the type of
Oh
person
no,
that
like this
is
is for people who
interested
want
in
to
the
show
collaborative
up.
sort.
Yeah, this is people who want to
I,
show up for themselves. Like I said,
right.
the little people. I'm not asking you to like. The less that you bring people who are actually have following, the better. Like actually, it was just very amazing that people who had followed, like this artist who has like 40K followers from New
Yeah.
York. You know, she's now part of the participation, and she said,
Hey,
"Go ahead."
no, I mean, I feel like I'm already an ambassador, so I'm more than happy to actually, when I go to open mics, just be on the ground looking for actual spoken word artists that are just getting themselves out there and saying, "Hey, you need to join Creative World Media and like connect with Jay and blah blah blah." And I think that's very doable. Yeah. So
Yeah, actually, after you told me about that, I went through the chat, and yeah, some people did respond, and from your like respond to like, by the way, you have a very supportive people because I went. They're like,
oh
oh, I'm just
yeah.
here to support Suela. I'm just here to support. I was like, after I'm reading, because like again, it's an AI response, so they people think that they're talking to somebody, and they're talking, and then I said I kind of made it like me, like I told them that I make mistakes grammarly, I do this, and it really like apports. It's very interesting. And some of them I wrote the response myself, so I know it's like
Okay.
misspelled here and there. My dyslexic ass.
That's okay.
No. So
Um,
I went because you told me, so I got curious. So I went to read the messages, and by the way, there was a lot, but not just from you, but just from everybody.
yeah.
Like right now, and
I'm just looking at Kalira White's stuff.
oh no, she's very creative. She's not just a poet, by the way. She literally today actually she put on a whole theater event. I wish we wouldn't have had
Really?
the same thing at the same time, but yes.
Okay, well, Jay, let me shoot off.
No, of
Otherwise,
course.
I'm not gonna eat at this point.
Same. I haven't
But
even
it's
eaten breakfast actually. I'm starting my
no,
stomach
you
started
need
going.
to fuel yourself up because
Yeah,
you've
no,
got a
I
long
am
day
running till
ahead of you.
midnight. After 1:30, I'm running all the way till
Yeah.
midnight. All right.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
For our
What was you
interview,
gonna say? Yeah.
what time you want to lock in?
Let's say either 7 or 8.
Your time?
I do, yeah, because I have so much to do now. I was not expecting to be on here for this long, so I still have to work and I have work tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
worries.
I need to lock in on that. Yeah.
So even the interview, let's make it like a 10-minute, like
Okay,
something
cool.
that really focuses on like, hi,
Yeah.
Suela, who you are, introduce
Yeah.
yourself, where can people
Okay,
find
cool.
you, what's your passion. I wish I could do this in person with you because I have this thing that
Yeah.
I want to do, and we could maybe turn it into a segment as well, where you
Okay,
get
cool.
people. I like sour things.
Okay.
I like extremely sour things. Like I eat lemon with salt and like it's
Oh
nothing.
yeah, my nieces do that.
Like it's nothing, right? I love it. My mouth is getting
Yeah.
watery just thinking about it. So there's this thing there's this new like sour candies that come out that like super extreme that I still don't find them extreme, but people do. So I'm gonna do like this segment where like while I'm interviewing people live at the studio, we're gonna have a sour segment where I'm interviewing you and either you eat it and you're normal or you eat it and get response from the faces and try to catch
I
yourself.
would definitely get a response from the face. Like I'm thinking of it already, but it's
Yeah,
just
so that's a concept that I have that I'm gonna integrate to the platform, to get like viral moments. That's like viral
moments.
thoughts.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
So it's something that if you want to integrate, like when we're doing, like if you like, here's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna still promote you as an artist so people can know you. But
Okay.
and then after the minute the competition starts, artists have turned into ambassadors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's switching to like a few of them already.
I feel like that's a natural like next progression.
Yeah, so for same thing with one, because this is what it is. I'm viewing, I'm testing, I'm seeing the people, I'm seeing who's responsive, who really wants to like commit, and those who are really more committed, they're gonna have like a bigger role. And again, the more we connect and contribute platforms, like right now through Kick and Twitch, yeah, you're going live, people are finding this, but and then you're gonna have to go live yourself, really live. We're gonna connect, and I'm gonna have people like after like let's say we have a stream, right? Let's say last time we had like 100 people on the stream. Those 100 people, and mind you, that stream was the first stream we did live for the first time. Those 100 people, it's called a raid and we say, guys, go raid this channel as we're ending this channel, and then boom, we bring people into your channel.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So we have to like, it takes a little organization. Like I said, I always have time to organize. Sundays are always my free time, like to do a lot of anything and everything. So like I'm very excited to build this with you, and more than just like, oh, a participant, like, hey, but more like, hey, you know, because this is like a lot of people don't understand. Like people who are starting this, they're gonna be technically like the first founders, like artists of the platform, first, you know, like whoever.
Yeah, no, I get you. This is like the beginning days of Clubhouse before it completely blew up and took off. So I'm
excited.
I'm right there with you.
All right,
Okay.
girl, I will
All right,
let you
Jay.
go.
Let me crack on. Because
Because now I
I'm
do
so
want.
much-
Now that we talked about food, I am hungry now,
yeah,
guys.
no, literally.
This was
Okay.
amazing
It
tuning
was.
in.
I'll see you at 8 o'clock.
And see you too.